G'day everybody, Active Rog coming at you here from beautiful Surfers Paradise on Australia's Gold Coast. Now, as many of you know, I love coffee. Good coffee. This stuff ain't half bad. Lavazza. I do it the old-fashioned way. I put the beans in the grinder, I grind them and put them into a plunger, or call a French press. You may recall a video I did a little while ago on how to make the perfect plunger coffee. Now, my girlfriend Myrna, she has a pod machine, an espressotoria system I think it is, and it produces some really nice coffee, like Vittoria Moutain grade coffee, and yeah, she bought me one of these. That's this little baby here. It is called a Caffitaly system pod machine, and yet, like with Myrna's machine, you can buy some really good coffees with this. I told her many times that I believe this is the better system because the filter is actually in the capsule inside the machine. So a lot of people have been saying that the coffee tastes better on a Caffitaly machine. The MAP Italian coffees are actually very, very popular, and my daughter Katrina, we're pleased to know that you can also buy Gloria Jean's coffee for the Caffitaly system as well. But to me, this is more a environmental issue. Every time you have a cup of coffee, one of these goes into the bin. And to me, I have a problem with that. I want to do my bit to try and reduce landfill waste and also make this planet more efficient. Now, I'm not going to give up my pods, but I found a way of refilling these, and that's one of the reasons I chose the Caffitaly system, because I'm about to show you how you can refill these pods without having to use any plastics or stick-ons or anything like that. So let's get straight into it. You don't need any specialist tools, just used coffee pods. Hang on, these three are still okay. So some used coffee pods, a pair of scissors and a sharp knife. What you do is you grab the catchall, you grab the sharp knife and you go right around like that. And what you do is you prise the plasticky bit off, like so. Now what you're seeing inside here is the top filter unit. So what you do is you pop that out. Alright, now you do the next capsule, because it's a bit inconvenient and cumbersome if you're just going to do this one capsule at a time. You pop it open, make sure the plastic is off nice and clean. If it wants to, it's alright, it's not that important. Number 2 is done. We do the same thing with number 3, just pop that right off. And like I said, the good thing about this is you don't need to use any kind of stick-ons or anything like that. The capsules go right back into the machine. Alright, now what we do is we go to the kitchen sink. So we are now at the kitchen sink, some lukewarm water, get the scissors, and what we do is we get the coffee out. And you'll see that there is another little filter unit at the bottom. So just get these nice and clean. Next one, the coffee comes out very easily. You could even try a little bit of brute force. Okay, maybe not. This is the easiest way, not so messy. You always squeeze the capsule if she doesn't want to come out. You do want to make sure you get all the coffee out of the bottom filter, otherwise you have stale coffee. We're doing 4 now. Squeeze the end of the capsule and out she comes. There you go. Very simple. We just clean the top filters. Beautiful. And now it's time to grind my favourite coffee, in this case being Lavazza. Beans in the grinder as usual. And here we have our favourite coffee. Now what we do is we get the pods, we put the bottom filters back in. And now we scoop the coffee. Get one of these. Actually, champagne cork's a good stamping tool. Get the champagne cork, a dry one, and just press it down a little bit. And you fill it all the way up. That's it. You do want to leave just enough space for the top filter, which goes on here. And as you can see here, the coffee capsule has been refilled. So I'm just going to do this for the other ones. And once you get that all worked out, it doesn't take very long. And doesn't make a great deal of mess. Top, no, you don't want any coffee on this side. Okay. That's it. If there's any coffee, just blow it out. Same here, just pops on. That's it. You don't even have to do too much stamping down with the champagne cork. Just get it pretty level, pretty full. Get the little top filter and give it a nice squeeze down. There you go. Does it work? Well, let's put a cup in there. Remember, the capsule won't fall through because it is the correct one. That's just to show you I'm not cheating here. This is in fact the capsule that I've refilled with Lavazza. So the good thing about the Caffitaly capsules is that it penetrates the foil on the top with a hole, but it doesn't penetrate the bottom. So once your capsule has had its bottom penetrated and there's a hole there, throw it away. You can't reuse it anymore. It'll clog up your machine. Drop it in. Ladies and gentlemen, Lavazza in a Caffitaly machine. We're going to make this puppy a double shot. And one of the hairy people has walked in. This is my housemate Ben, who's now about to become famous for witnessing Lavazza being done in. And there you go. This thing's probably not used to dispensing cups that big, but this should be pretty good to go. Now, to make the perfect coffee, I really believe you should be using Demerara sugar or dedicated coffee crystals, which are a very brown sugar. Now, I do like to throw a lot of sugar in there because it gives the coffee a lot of taste, and it also offsets any bitterness that you may have. And to top it off, you're also going to have some moo juice in it. Right. A Lavazza in a Caffitaly machine, but what does it taste like? Well, you're about to find out. A little stir to make sure the coffee crystals have dissolved. That is an absolutely delicious coffee. That is 2 pods refilled with Lavazza coffee. You can use any coffee that you like. But let's get a second opinion. Let's head out to the balcony. Housemate Benny's checking out the surf. Let's see what he thinks of his coffee. Surf's not that good now, still a bit of shape out there. There's a couple of guys sitting out now and they're getting some nice jumpy ones. But yeah, you're not got to get away with becoming part of history without actually tasting it. I don't know how you like your coffee. That's basically your white with possibly 2.5 sugars. Right. But you should be able to, I mean, depending on what sort of coffee you're used to.
I like it stock standard, but it's a double shot. So.
Now, I reckon you'll find that taste very pleasant.
Wow.
That's enough to make you go and get a fucking tattoo and open a coffee lounge and become a barista.
You're going to actually have to learn how to do this shit for real.
And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my video on how to refill the Caffitaly pods. Now, another thing I need to clear up as well, a lot of people have been asking about this.
You gave me a mouthful, I need a whole mug.
Exactly. The pods between the Aldi's and the Caffitaly systems are exactly the same dimension, but they're only compatible from Caffitaly to Aldi. So you can only use Caffitaly pods in an Aldi machine, but not the other way around. Now, why is that so? That is because the Caffitaly systems have the filters built into the capsule. Now with the Aldi machine, however great a machine it is, like the other one that Myrna's got, the filters are actually built into the machine. So therefore the Aldi capsules do not have any filters. So if you get Aldi coffee, which I have got no idea why you even want to do that, and put that into your Caffitaly machine, you will find you'll get sludge in your coffee because there's no filters. Anyway, hope you have an awesome bloody weekend. I mean, can't beat that, Ken. You wouldn't want to be anywhere else, eh? Anyways, live with passion, see you at the top, God bless, and Satoshi Nakamoto. The Bitcoins are on the rise, up 12% so far today, this Saturday. How awesome is that? Boom! Now, one thing also, obviously, like I said, you're not going to just do the one-for-the-one coffee because that sort of defeats the purpose. Well, you're not going to save much time, but you do a whole bunch of them. Now, where are you going to put this? Where are you going to store those? Well, being coffee, you're going to store them in the freezer. My suggestion is you get a piece of aluminium foil, like so, slice it into 4 equal pieces, and what you do is you seal the coffee pot facing up into the aluminium foil, like so. And that keeps the coffee nice and fresh. And then what you do is you pop them in the freezer. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Keeps them nice and fresh. And that's what you should be normally doing with coffee anyway. I think I did put that back in the freezer, and that's where I normally store my Lavazza and all the other shit. Now I've got Aurora Blue Mountain style. That, by the way, is the worst coffee I've ever had in my entire life. Coles Organic Ground Coffee. Sorry, Coles. I'm a Coles shopper, but this doesn't cut the ice. Sorry, Coles. No, we're from fucking perfect. Get rid of that, seriously.